Actually, we gotta let folks in from the weight room, and then you can begin when you're ready.
All right. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining. I welcome you to October 21st, 2025, Full Design Review Board meeting. I call us to order. We have a quorum of 6 out of 9 members. I don't have any opening remarks. Do I hear a motion to approve tonight's agenda?
So moved.
There's a motion by Mike B. Do I hear a second?
Second.
I think that was Brian. I didn't see it pop up.
Yep.
Yep. Second
Second.
by Brian. All right. All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Hi.
Gazday, did I hear you? Gazday and Heather, I just want to make sure you guys are in fact sitting there just to double check.
I said I. It's Heather. Sorry.
Thank you, Heather. Gazday, are you there? You are muted if you are talking.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, there you are.
Okay. I was just struggling. I'm on my
Okay.
phone.
I assume you have motion to approve tonight's agenda.
Yes,
I
yeah.
want to make sure just because the first one we have up is an appeal, so I just wanted to make sure you were in fact there.
Yes.
Um,
I'm here. I just couldn't unmute.
Great. All right. Staff, do we have some meeting minutes to approve, LaShonda?
Yes, we have September 16th, 23rd, October 7th, and October 14th.
All right. Do I hear a motion to approve September 16th, September 23rd, October 7th, and October 14th? Is that what you said?
Yes.
All right, great. Do I hear a motion to approve those?
So moved.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
All right. There's a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
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 Hi.
All right. Motion passes 6-0. All right. I'm looking for any general member comments that do not apply to any of the applications tonight. I do not see anybody raising their hand. I see only the appellant and the applicant here for application F. So let's jump right in to Purple Sage Cluster. We have an appeal on some signage, trash receptacles, and a free little library. For an appeal, we need to prove that there was a misapplied guideline or that there is new information. I believe Samantha and Emily were on this panel. Emily is not here tonight, so Samantha, you'll just have to recuse yourself from voting, but you're welcome to be part of the discussion as we review the appeal. If the appeal is accepted, we'll review the application de novo. So, is the appellant is Jim and Bob here?
Yes.
Hey, Bob. All right, if you guys could unmute him.
They've been sent a prompt on mute.
Great. Hi, Bob. How are you doing?
Hey, good evening. Hey, good evening, Michael. Good. How about y'all?
We're doing well. So, you guys are appealing a decision that we made on a couple things. So, if you could walk us through, you guys
Sure.
know the drill. So,
Yeah,
please
absolutely.
take it away.
Yeah, and I'll keep it. I will keep it short and sweet. It's not the appeal is only related. It's not related to the signs. It's not related to the little library. It is solely related to the removal of the trash receptacle that's at the playground. And I believe it's a misapplied guideline. But a couple of things, a little background beforehand. When the playground, I call it the new playground, even though it's about 20 years old now, was approved. The trash receptacle was purchased at the time and approved because it matches well. It's an identical match to the materials that the two picnic tables at the tot lot already have. There's ample room around the playground to accommodate the little library and to keep the trash receptacle there. Some other background is RA maintains the Walnut Branch Recreation Area, which is right adjacent to our cluster. There are 3 picnic tables in a pergola, and there are 2 trash receptacles. One's waste, the other is recycle. Because RA recognizes the need to have them to cut down on the litter when that facility is used. That is absolutely no different than the Purple Sage Playground. The misapplied guideline is when you take a look at from all property design guidelines, the removal of existing structures or elements. And it talks about a detrimental effect, which states the proposed removal should not detrimentally impact neighboring properties. If that trash receptacle were to be removed, that would have a detrimental effect, sorry about that word, on the Purple Sage neighborhood and its properties. It will increase the amount of litter and add a lot of inconvenience to the people who use that picnic area, having to schlep the trash back to their house. So I do believe it is a, a significant detrimental effect because RA and our board is responsible for the keep up the the health, comfort, and safety and the general welfare of members. That's also from the RA's website. Anything to potentially increase trash or litter has a negative impact on that environment and the value of the real property in Purple Sage and in Reston. Like I said, the trash can and its trash receptacle matches the picnic tables that were there or approved by the DRB some 20 years ago. Plenty of room around the tot lot to accommodate the new little library, and I believe the trash can should stay. And I believe that's per RA property design guidelines, the removal of existing structures and elements. And like I said, I keep it short and sweet. That's all I got.
All right, great. Thank you. All right, so I'm gonna go around and see if anyone has any questions about the misapplied guideline that they're looking at tonight or for the appeal. So Brian, did you have any questions?
No, no questions right now.
Okay. Mike B.
No, sir, I don't have any questions.
All right. Heather,
No questions right now.
Gazde.
I have one. I'm kind of confused with this. Are we saying, is DRB saying that the trash needs to be removed? The trash can needs to be removed, or who's saying that it needs to be removed?
No, I think the neighborhood requested it as a part of their application when they were coming in for the other stuff to remove it.
Right, that's what I understood, but what are we reviewing here about the trash can that we approved that it needs to be removed, and the applicant is saying, well, no, we're not going to remove it.
Well, it's the appellant is somebody who lives in the neighborhood, so it's correct. So it's they would like the trash can to remain, and they feel that our guideline for top lots kind of request that these kind of things be a part of it to maintain, a clean surface, etc.
Right. Okay, I got you. I thought the appellant was yeah. All right, thank you.
So Samantha, when you guys reviewed this, was the trash can talked about in depth at all? Were you guys aware of that there was, some people wanted it, some people didn't, or was that not even come up?
We are aware of some people want, some people do not want. So affected party did make a statement.
Okay. And staff, I just have a clerical question, and I don't think I saw Tony on. But if, let's say, a cluster had let's say they had a tot lot installation, and we had a tot lot, there was a couple benches approved and, a trash can. And let's say they had 3 benches approved and they only installed 2, as just an example. Would that be considered a non-conformance of the install?
It depends on if the approval was done in a stipulation. So if the applicant submitted for 3 and they only did 2, technically no. But if the DRB approved it and required as a stipulation that there be 3, then yes, it would be non-conforming.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm just trying to figure out if this is our purview to determine whether we we could approve a new trash can because of the design of the new trash can, but the removal of said trash can, is that actually under our purview, is my kind of question.
I believe that there's two streams of thought here. One would be that the cluster is making sure that they are not in violation of any type of non-compliance to design guidelines, which do require removal of existing structures, and there is kind of like a catch-all there. So, in theory, if they removed it without approval, there could be a complaint filed that would then require them to submit an application.
Right.
The
Okay.
other thought process would be that all elements, whether they were there or not, if the DRB approved them, then there should be a requirement to have an approval for removal.
Okay. Thank you. And so, Samantha, I'm assuming you guys concluded, I'm assuming this also helped remove that additional sign, correct? That sign for the trash can is no longer necessary at that
That's
point. And that was
correct.
kind of the thought process behind
Mhm,
why it was, you guys kind of went along with removing the trash can.
mhm.
Okay. Um, let's have some discussion, and then if anyone thinks of anything and wants to ask the appellant a question, then we can, but we can knock it around if anyone has any thoughts, comments.
I mean, the nature, I mean, Mr. Chairman, sorry, I didn't mean to just start
Yeah, go ahead. No, go
jabbering,
for it.
but
No.
the nature of this particular appeal is based on a misapplied guideline. I'm struggling with, as I read the tot lots for cluster common area, that particular one. I mean, yes, it talks about there is a reference to trash receptacles, but that they be right in keeping with color, materials, etc., right, in with the other equipment and install associated with the tot lot. Not that there shall be a tot lot, a specific trash receptacle. You get where I'm not
Yeah,
seeing.
it's not a required element.
Yeah, that's my point. Is it's not spelled out in there as a requirement. So I'm having a hard time understanding the nature of why this is a misapplied guideline, if you will. So it's just my 2 cents at this juncture from my review of it.
Well, if I could jump into Mike's comment, I think the guideline they referenced was the removal of existing structures. Um, and it just depends on kind of how closely we want to read that guideline because let's say oh, I lost it. Sorry. The proposed removal should not detrimentally impact neighboring properties. Was I think a line that they reference, and it's interesting because I think the removal of the trash can itself isn't a detriment to neighboring properties or the area because I think the issue with this was there were so many signs and then there was a trash can. There's a whole bunch of stuff that just thinking back to before, I think it was that there was kind of like a cluttered look to it all. So just by removal of the trash can, I don't think is a detrimental effect to the area. But if people don't use the area well and just, leave trash around, then it could be a detriment. But just the removal of the trash can itself, I'm not sure is a detriment to the area.
Yeah, I mean, because what's tricky is it's in our, it's detrimental in a design review stance, not a, almost a covenant. It would be a covenant stance of having trash on the ground. It's not a design, we don't review trash, but we would review a new trash receptacle, but it's not, to me, it's not detrimentally impacting from a design perspective, which I think is the key. Is it a convenience thing to the neighborhood? Absolutely. Ultimately, I'm not the one requesting to remove it, right? We're not the ones, but all we can review is what we have. Does it affect the design overall of the tot lot? I mean, I would say no, and I would say that there was because this is an appeal at the time of the decision being made. This was a known discussion item. So, um, does anybody have any other thoughts they want to throw out there? And so for those reasons, because the detrimental effect that the appeal is claiming is not a design related, um, it does not apply to the guideline that we have, which would be if it affected the overall design and aesthetic of the tot lot or the signage that is being proposed. I request to deny the appeal. Do I hear a second?
Yeah, I was going to say, if that was your motion there, Mr. Chairman, I'll second your motion.
All right, there's a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All right. All those in favor, say aye. Samantha, you cannot vote. Say aye.
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 Any against? Any abstentions? Samantha abstains. So we have 501 for the denial of the appeal. All right. Thank you. I can't believe I'm saying this out loud, but we have nothing else on our agenda, which
Yeah.
means we all get to go spend. Oh no, LaShonda, don't you dare add to me. What are you gonna say?
Something super brief.
Okay.
I emailed the updated documentation for the Piney Run Stream Restoration Project. Just wanted to make sure that everybody was aware of that and take a look at it. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to email me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad they somehow found 40 trees to save. So that's always a good benefit. So does anyone have any questions on that?
There was no additional action for the DRB, correct? That was just an update that they were moving forward at some point, right?
Correct.
Okay. Awesome.
All right, everybody. Well, enjoy the free night.
Michael,
I'll make a motion.
Small thing
Oh,
for
Cam, what?
Sorry. Just making sure we do have one last position open on the DRB layperson position. There are 2 individuals that have attended a meeting. I will probably be sending an email later today or tomorrow relative to their actual interview, but they do need to hopefully connect with you or our DRB board liaison. So if you could just reach out if they've reached out to you and let me know if there's any communication that you've made with them. That would be great.
Okay, yeah, we'll do. I'm glad. Good thing I didn't attend tonight, or else they would have been like, for sure, this is easy. This is what does everyone complain about?
Is this where I ask the scary question? What does my agenda look like for next week? LaShonda's already grinning. What'd you do to me, LaShonda?
Ooh, boy.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it was very heavy last month.
Yes, it was. Well, on that note, I'll make a motion to adjourn, Mr. Chairman.
Have a good night.
I hear a second. All in favor, say aye.
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 All right, motion passes 6-0. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you, staff.
Thank